Hello, and welcome back to Binge Retro. This is the series where I go through every single Evercade cartridge, I pick up my top games and do a short review. This time around, I am actually not doing a cartridge. I am doing all the Capcom games that come with the Evercade XP, or EXP, or Exp, or whatever you call it. This is a second line of handheld consoles from Evercade. It replaced this OG thing. It's a beautiful thing, but it was a huge upgrade, and it has Tate mode, it has nice buttons and everything. Some people complain about the battery life. I think it's okay. I'm not bothered by that. And yeah, the only thing that I would want them to upgrade in the next version of this is the sound. I don't like the speakers. I think they're pretty bad. And I would love Bluetooth connectivity, but otherwise this is a great piece of hardware. I love it. And also for the fact that it has 18 Capcom games built into the console. And that's a lot of games. And let's see which ones are my favorite, and do I recommend this Capcom collection? So, my third best game in this collection is 1943, The Battle of Midway. It might not look like much today, but back in 1987, this game was a revelation, to be honest. It was the second biggest game in Japanese arcades that year, and like I said, it might not look anything special, but what it actually does so perfectly is that everything works so well in it. It's a superbly playable game. The speed of your airplane is perfect. There's a lot of different weapons which are easy to understand. There's different special attacks. You don't die on your first hit, which makes this a really friendly beginner's map. There's no secret that I love smaps, and you're gonna see that a lot in my Evercade videos. But this is one of the most playable games of the genre, to be honest, and a fantastic start if you want to get into playing smaps. So 1943, just a very, very strong, fun game, and I think it looks really nice, and I can't really fault anything in this game. Great game. And my second favorite game in the Capcom collection is Ghouls and Ghosts. It's the second game in the Ghost and Goblin series, a 1989 arcade game that was very, very popular. And what this game is to me, it's the mood. It's fantastic graphics, it's very, very playable, great music. Everything about this game feels really good. It's also one of the hardest games you've ever played in your life. And that's part of the appeal. I mean, Ghouls and Ghosts is a very, very hard game. But that's what makes it fun as well. The uniqueness of how hard it is just part of the DNA of this game. I totally recommend Ghouls and Ghosts. It's just arcade perfection, to be honest. And my number one game in this collection is Streier. This is a 1989 arcade game, and I've never ever seen or played a game like Streier. I mean, many have tried, but Streier's uniqueness, I mean, it's kind of like you had to be there, 1989, and seeing this game where like these big giant things would pop up like randomly. There were these crazy set pieces. It's very playable. It had kind of this futuristic dystopian kind of Russian, I don't know, vibe to it. I mean, Streier is so unique. It's so good. In my view, it's probably one of the top 5 arcade games of all time, to be honest. I've gone through and actually finished this game and had a lot of fun. Every single second I played that game, when I actually completed it. Well, I did use a lot of continues, of course. Every single second I played it, I just loved every part of it. Streier, a fantastic game. So yeah, overall, the Capcom collection, do I recommend it? And the answer is absolutely yes. It's a fantastic collection. I actually think like if this was a cartridge with these 18 games, it would be a top 5, top 3 Evercade cartridge overall. I mean, this is an amazing collection. Totally worth it to get the Evercade XP for it. And I don't really see a bad game here. you might have different favorites. I mean, there's fantastic things here. I mean, there's the 3 Mega Man games, Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 would have been in my list if it had the new challengers. This is Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, which is a classic, of course. But I like playing Cammy and those extra challenges. And yeah, it has like Mercs and yeah, Captain Commando is a fantastic game. Final Fight, Bionic Commando. I mean, this is great. Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire is like a very above average Super Nintendo RPG. Overall, yeah, if you have the chance, this is one of the best collections you can find for the Evercade. It's a really fantastic value. And yeah, thank you for showing up for this Finnish Retro.